evening, all, and welcome to Kisa's Corner tonight for this episode of Thirsty Thursday. I am your host for the evening, Lady Kisa, and I am begrudgingly joined by Lord Cowbarter for this dive into the land of booze. So, tonight's show was inspired by our good friend Fechin, who made enough mead to supply all the events that are currently not happening. So we figured we would be fancy and drink some it, but it's fancy because we're doing it out of tiny little cups and calling it a tasting. So we're fancy. All right, Cal, tell them about our different meads we got and what we're drinking.
Hey guys, we got meads.
And tell them about Fechin.
So most of you who watch my channel know Fechin. Fechin Patrick O'Higgin something or other. He has a really long, crazy Scottish name. But he makes mead, and it does so in large quantities because he usually takes it to events with him and barters with it, or shares it with his friends. Unfortunately, we have no events to go to, so we visited him recently, and he's like, "Hey Cal, you want some mead?" And I was like, I mean, I'm not going to say no. So I have 8 bottles total. We're going to start and end with really weird ones. I think that's the funny. Oh, I'm sorry, he's Irish, not Scottish. It's different. So we're going to start and end with 2 really weird ones. We have the Witch's Brew that they just finished bottling last night. We got a sample bottle a couple weeks ago, or a week ago now, whenever that was.
I don't know.
But they bottled it last night, and we'll talk about that in a second. And then we're going to end with the Pirate Punch, which apparently is the scary one. So, anyway.
And has special instructions.
Yeah, it has actual tasting instructions. So
we feel safe doing Witch's Brew now because it is still the full moon.
Right. So the Witch's Brew. Fechin told me about this. Every step of the process, the different Witch's Brew, was done like on a full moon as part of like lunar calendar. And I'm really hoping that as we're talking about this, Fechin's going to throw what's in these things in the comments. Hint, hint. Hey, Fechin, you should do that. Because I know this one has like weird stuff in it. And the rest of them are pretty self-explanatory. The Witch's Brew is the weird one.
And if this doesn't have smoke come out of it in the form of some sort of little woodland creature or a shape, possibly a skull when we pour it, I'm going to be a little disappointed, Fechin. Just a little. Oh, Pirate Punch is not mead.
It's not technically mead, correct. We're starting drinking it last because it's just the get us silly and drunk.
Oh, so we're doing that last?
Right. Okay. All right. So you have to describe the smell.
Yeah.
That's now one.
Okay. Some people don't know, and why I was excited about doing this is I have a very strange palate for food. I don't ever eat or taste whenever I eat when I taste things, I don't taste them as a cohesive thing. Like, for example, if I'm eating spaghetti sauce, I taste the tomatoes, the onions, all the different spices separately, and I taste different ones in different orders, and that's basically how I determine if things are good or not. So I thought it would be fun to see if I could do that with me, because I've never really tried to hone in on that, because I didn't realize not everybody else did that.
It's super frustrating, by the way, cooking with her.
Until recently, when I think we were having curry or some sort of Indian dish one night, and I was like, this is weird. I'm getting a lot of cinnamon first, and that's odd. And they were like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, the first thing I taste is cinnamon, and then I taste this and this and this and this. Apparently that's not normal. No. So, I'm going to be all fancy and see if I have one of those fancy palettes like the lady from Iron Chef.
Right. So whereas I have a culinary background, so I actually come at this from a actual wine tasting, like how the things are done now. It has been a few years since I've done that any kind of professional capacity,
and I just love these tiny cups.
Right, they are cute. All right, so Fechin says that the Witch's Brew has mugwort, wormwood, and heather in it. I don't know Heather. She's probably a lovely person.
I've known a few Heathers. They're always quite nice.
Yeah. All right, so we're tasting. What's happening?
Ooh. It very much has whenever you have like those beers that have been soaked in, like it was soaked in a whiskey barrel.
Right.
It has woody. Yeah, it has that aftertaste like you do in those beers, right. Or it's like, yes. It's the aftertaste of really good beer without the beer taste. Right.
It's also this is interesting. Okay, first of all, as a caveat, and I didn't tell Fechin this ahead of time, I am not a huge mead fan. Now, I say that I've had some really, really terrible mead in my times. There's a story I will tell, and I will not name names, Anybody who knows me or knows the story will go, "Oh God, yes, that one." But it was made of something cactus, I think, related, and it tasted like
Cactus?
it was like cactus, like agave, a cactus, something of the cactus
Oh.
nature. And it tasted like what I would imagine the liquid at the bottom of a trash can tastes like.
It sounds like a poor attempt at making
It
tequila.
was terrible. I don't know what it was, but yeah. So
But
I say all that. This is very good, actually.
I am a big fan.
It does not taste like honey, like I thought it would. Like it has, I get the honey in the back a little bit.
Yeah, very. It's almost like a coating the tongue honeyiness.
Right, but it's super thick. So we did another caveat. We did try one of these.
Yes.
At Autumn's the other day, as a strictly we're going to try this off camera to make sure that it's not terrible, because I didn't want to spit it out in front of everybody. So we at least tried one of them. I don't remember which one it was, but like we tried to make sure it wasn't terrible.
Honeysuckle, because she wanted to taste one, because we gave some to her as well, because we're tasting 8 bottles because that's one of each flavor.
Yeah,
we have multiples of all of these flavors. We've given a lot of this
away already to friends of ours. But so the thing I noticed of this one that I didn't notice of that one is this one is very thick. It's very viscous.
Okay.
It's very,
I've never had this, but I'm getting citrusy a little.
Sure.
I don't know if lemon, not lemon, passion fruit maybe.
Yeah, like a tropical fruit.
Yeah, something tropical.
So it has that the thing that the mangoes do.
Yeah.
It's that vegetably earthy thing that mangoes do. Jackfruit. Yeah, jackfruit same way.
It definitely, That's you could almost mark this as jackfruit mead.
So that's a sweet plus earthy is what you're tasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that is.
It is the sweet, nondescript, I would say not banana, but mango papaya-ish. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I did have a snack before we started.
Yeah, so we have both eaten.
And we have water for, cleansing our palates afterwards. Do we need like coffee beans to smell? Or is that just for like smelling perfume? To cleanse your nose.
I've never heard of that.
Okay, so have you never been? Well, I guess you wouldn't go into places like Victoria's Secret or Bath and Body Works and places like that.
I specifically try to avoid those places actually.
They have little containers of coffee, or if you go up to a counter at the mall and ask to smell different perfumes and you're shopping for them, they will give you a little cup of just the coffee beans to smell, and it cleanses your nose.
Oh, so you don't connect them. Okay.
Yes, it's a break.
Fair warning, these meads are on the 17% range. If I'm not intoxicated by the end of this, you failed. That's really my goal here.
And it doesn't take much to get him drunk.
We were doing about yay much per glass. So that roughly a shot.
About a shot and a half.
And I'm gonna probably pass a lot of mine off to Kisa because I have a very tiny stomach. So for me getting through all 8 bottles is actually gonna be a feat.
It is.
All right.
I considered some drinking games, but Cal said it would just be silly for me and him to play a drinking game by ourselves and be like, hey, I got this number. You drink. Okay, you drink. Yay, we both drink.
All right. So
what is our next one?
So is our first. So I really like that. And I'm looking forward to getting more of this in the future. I would definitely.
You were stressing me out the way you were holding those by the lid.
I had it by the neck.
Oh, okay.
But 10 out of 10 would buy.
Yeah, it is nice.
All right, so our first flavored one that is not a weird one is blackberry. So I'm assuming it's just blackberry.
We have several other blackberry.
Yeah, there is a variant of blackberry down here.
This one is plain blackberry.
See,
look, Sifa, do you all have coffee with you, or should I bring you some?
We're good, love. Thank you. So there was a blackberry and a blackberry mead. I do not know if they're different. There were 2 different bottles. I'm assuming it's probably just a different bottling.
Ooh, this one's a much different color. Which is why we have the tiny, which makes sense because blackberries.
Right. So blackberry, honey, water, and yeast. See, simple ingredients. I like that.
Ooh, you can smell the honey in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, so I noticed that with the honeysuckle we tried, and the other one, I think we did 2 of them was honeysuckle and blackberry. I think we tried that day. They were both very honey-like. I didn't do that the first one. So yeah, so this one smells. It has a lot more of that honey flowery thing that the first one didn't.
Yeah. I'm not smelling much blackberry. A little maybe, but you taste it.
I do. Oh, we even brought coffee. Thank you, love.
Ooh, that's nice.
All right, so yeah, so I didn't smell the blackberry just on the on the nose. When I aerated it though, it hit me.
Well, and that makes sense because whenever I tried it at Autumn's, and I said whenever I drunk it really fast, because we were leaving, I was like, oh god, so I just drunk it real quick.
You got a lot of blackberry,
and I tasted a lot more. This tastes like you took a blackberry and dipped it in like orange blossom honey. If you've ever had that.
Right. But it's also very it's a
very floral honey.
It's real blackberry. It's not fake blackberry.
Exactly.
That's the difference here. It tastes like you're chewing on blackberries. Like I'm getting the smell of when you eat blackberries and you get some of that in your bag. Or sorry, yeah, blackberry. That's it, right? I was like blackberry, blueberry, what? No.
It's very pleasant.
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like this is going to be most of our things. So like, that's tasty.
We are not professional mead drinkers here, folks. This is if you tuned in for a professional mead drinking, just go ahead and sign off now.
Or professional tasters. I watch a lot of videos of people eating food and drinking. I guess not drinking food.
Oh, Feikin's got a fun story. You know, hey Feikin, do you want to just come on camera? This might be faster. I never thought to just bring you on. That would have made way more sense. Hold on, I'm just gonna send Feikin an invite.
That makes way more sense.
You know, I a couple times I was like, hey, I should just bring Feikin on for this. 2 seconds.
These are they picked the blackberries themselves.
Ooh, so there's real blackberries. There you go. Nice. I mean, like I said, I would have guessed it was definitely real blackberries just by the taste.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to buy from somewheres. I would buy specifically. It was called orange blossom honey, and it had this very like sweet flower type of honey. It didn't taste like and that's what this like the smell is just like
orange blossom honey recently.
I'm not sure.
I remember we had some recently from somewhere. So
yeah, and it is a very tasty type of honey, but
no, yeah, this one smells way more like honey and tastes more like blackberries. And
it smells like honey on toast with like blackberry jam.
Right, I can see that. All right, let me bring on Feikin. Somewhere. So.
Yeah, and it is a very tasty type of honey, but
I was like, why are we hearing ourselves? It's good Feikin thing. Hey Feikin, how you doing, buddy?
Hello. Welcome.
Oh, he's frozen.
Turn back on sound as I switch from one computer to the other, so I had
All right, so
this makes way more sense.
Yeah, so you said you had a funny story. What's your funny story?
Oh, just the fun story behind it. Fun, not funny.
Right.
So we actually went to a U Pickett place. So the blackberries for all of those blackberry varieties, we picked ourselves, and then they actually had an apiary on site that got the honey from their blackberries, their muscadines, plums, and can't remember what else they had on their farm. But so it's all. We love supporting the. Don't bother getting bulk honey from some company. Get it from a local apiary and know what you're getting.
Well, especially if you're doing a fruit thing and you can get the fruit and the honey from the same place, then you get a balance of flavors. So that's kind of cool.
And speaking of orange blossom honey, that one is in the works.
Ooh, that's what it was. We were talking to him about it. I knew I had talked to somebody about it recently.
Yeah, our blood orange is actually done with honey from, of course, the apiary on the blood orange.
Nice.
So that's going to be delicious.
That blood orange one.
So you're saying I got to come back to Huntsville in a few months? Is that what I just heard?
Yeah, or we're going to have to come visit you. I mean,
it's your turn. I like that.
It is your turn. I drove 6 hours to come see you, so only for you, totally, just to come see Feikin. That's right. And
That's the reason I went.
That's right. All right, so we got we're 2 bottles down. So third bottle we have honeysuckle. So Feikin, tell us about the honeysuckle.
Well, okay. As a kid, I would eat honeysuckle until I was sick.
Right.
You find the vines, you pluck the little flower off, you peel it off, and you get like a droplet or two from a flower. So you have to eat a lot of that to get sick. And I would do it quite regularly because I loved it. So when I wanted to do the honeysuckle mead, you'll notice this one, it has that honey flavor, but it's not as overwhelmingly sweet as you would expect. And that's because we really wanted to keep the sweetness relatively low because we didn't want to overpower that honeysuckle. So now go ahead and.
Yeah, that is definitely way drier. Like it is definitely dry, super dry white, like wine kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you kind of
Super
swish
flowery,
it in your mouth, it is super floral. It tastes like when you walk outside and you're like, I smell honeysuckles.
Right.
That's exactly what we were going for.
So I like honeysuckles, and I'll admit I'm actually not a fan of this. I get what you were doing though. Like you made your goal. Like that is a honeysuckle mead altogether. Like well done. I don't like it, but you hit the mark, man. That is impressive.
So what don't you like about it though?
So I'm a very sweet. Like I like a Riesling. I like a Moscato. Like I'm a very sweet wine drinker. It is too dry for me. But because I have the culinary background, I can process and go, no, you did exactly what you meant to do. And I don't think you can improve it any way that I would like it, short of sweetening it, which would then break the effect. So yeah, don't mess with it at all.
Yeah, no, I love the dryness of it. It has the dryness of like a good dry white wine.
Drunk already?
A little bit. I must be, but without that like twinge you get, in your jaw with some wine.
That's true. It doesn't have the bite. You're right. I know.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that about it. Like so I would drink that if it was with dinner. Like I could see this with dinner with something as a white wine thing. That would be a good pairing. Or cold. Yeah, I might like this better cold actually. We specifically for further stream, we specifically do not refrigerate any of this. I want to taste all at room temperature because that's generally the way you should drink most of it.
Well, yeah, the Vikings didn't have refrigerators. Well, they had snow.
I was like,
their mead was probably really cold.
Yeah. They lived in a refrigerator.
That's true.
Yeah. So yes. Anything you would drink, Jenny, would be the ones that I would probably want to drink, and anything Fechin makes probably the ones that Kisa would like. But no, that is very
I like
good.
them both. Yeah. This is you have a glass and you just relax with this mead.
Right.
The other ones are like, oh, that's tasty. I want to party and hang out and let's be silly. This is one, this is a mead you would drink with your parents.
Right. It's definitely for dinner.
Some of the ones we go for are very much the party meads. You want handed out. And some of them, like this one, are very much the tasting meads, where going for a very specific effect, and it's not going to be the everyone's drinking it around the fire. This is, we have a cheese board and we're doing a tasting.
Oh yeah, no, this is pre-gaming.
Yeah.
You drink this at feast with your food to get a little buzz going, and then you go drink, all the party stuff. Oh, thank you. Should we smell some coffee to?
Sure. Smell the coffee. All right. Let's see.
I just want to eat it though.
We got the elderberry now. All right, we're doing the blackberry one. Yum. All right, do you suggest
We're gonna need coffee whenever we're done with this.
Should we go to lavender, vanilla, or sage lemongrass next?
We'll
let you pick
with the lavender.
Okay.
I'm excited about that.
It's a good floral transition. I like it. All right.
Because the sage lemongrass is going to be such a stark contrast. We want to get there, not bounce back and forth.
See?
Oh, look at this. See? We should have had him guiding us the whole time. And
if I wasn't dumb. Oh, no. We're not drinking this right now. That's me for later.
Hey. What does it say above my head? It says Kisa's Corner.
It
says Kisa's Corner.
Don't
read the crayon.
I like this one.
This is another pinkish one.
Yeah.
Like the
well, it's because this is the blackberry lavender.
Oh, okay. So
y'all will be kind of pinkish.
It's a more
or pinkish bluish.
Yeah. And just to make it simple, on almost any mead that we've done, if it says the ingredients, that's the ingredients. We don't.
Right.
Yeah, no, this is real lavender.
Fechin, you better be glad you're in Huntsville, because this is tasty. I ain't tasted it yet, and this is good.
Are you saying excited that this meat is wanting you to do?
I would pet your head right now for this, sir. I just say. Oh, that's weird. I love it. Oh.
It is over. No, you go ahead, and I will say be aimed.
No, I don't. Okay. So That's literally it's okay. The blackberry's blown away. It is literally just a black flavor. Like it is the weight of the blackberry's there, but there's no flavor of the blackberry.
Mm.
That is
I
lavender
get
all
it,
around. And
but no, it is lavender and it finishes blackberry.
Right. Yeah, it's super mellow in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was what we were going for. And it really, to me, has the feel of if you were drinking with the Fae, this would be the type of mead they would give you.
Oh, yeah.
No, I can see that.
For sure. This is like, I'm just, this tastes like a spa day. And not that it's soapy or anything like that. I don't want it to come out that way. But like the scent, because it's real lavender and it just is so good. Mm.
Yeah. No, I was concerned when I saw this one that most things that are lavender flavored taste soapy and taste like a bathroom. Like I don't want to drink Bath and Body Works. I'm good. Like that's not.
Yeah, no, it doesn't taste like the bathroom.
It
tastes like the feeling of being in a spa,
right. Yeah.
where it's just the niceness around you and you're relaxed and it's comfy.
Yeah, the tartness of the blackberry, which you're mentioning, is really left at the finish.
Right.
It cuts a lot of that overwhelmingly floral, but you still get that. Like I said, if you think, oh well, the Fae giving you a drink, and that's that whole very otherworldly kind of touch.
No, that's spot on.
Yeah,
spot on.
So next,
Yeah.
I believe would be the blackberry vanilla.
Okay, all right, we can do that.
Because I was just thinking the lavender would go really good with vanilla.
Yeah, do a lavender vanilla together. I wouldn't hate that.
That would be nice. Because a lot of these are just reminding me of cookies.
Let's taste the vanilla. We just pour them together. We have the bottles.
That's
we'll
true.
We'll just mix them together here. We'll go crazy. So also, I threw in the chat. If anybody has questions for us or wants us to field some random questions, we have time.
Literally anything. It doesn't have to be about me.
Throw a question at us.
If you want to know who we are, more about us, if you want to, see him do the chicken dance, just, whatever. 2 more
glasses of meat, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Blackberry vanilla. Make sure we get the right bottles. That's the blackberry sage. Okay, that's the lavender. Okay, get that out of the way. All right, so we got 3 bottles left, and then we'll do the pirate punch. All right, so blackberry vanilla.
Oh, I got to finish my water.
Oh yeah, and we are doing shots of water between, just to mostly to clean the glass, but also to cleanse our palate.
And stay hydrated.
I can't open this one apparently.
Between this one and the next one, you're really going to want some good coffee cleanse.
Okay.
I'm going to do it now just so, because I'm still having lavender in my head.
That's better. All right, so this
I just love the color of the blackberry ones. This one's a lot darker.
Really pretty.
This one's darker than the others, but I guess
because the vanilla.
Yeah.
The tannins from the vanilla probably. Yeah.
It is darker.
I'm getting sticky.
Ooh, this smells like cookies.
Ooh, that's nice.
Somebody wants you to do the Macarena.
I will not do the Macarena. I mean, I will.
Someone said, "Tell us about your personal life." Is what Sifa wants to know. Ha ha, Sifa.
Because Sifa doesn't know about personal life. All right. Who are we outside of this Society for Creative Anachronism, the SCA? So when I'm not at Calbarter, I am Richard Harris. I am right. I am a project manager. I am a giant board game nerd, which should not be surprising to anybody. So outside of my medieval games, I have over 250 some odd regular board games.
We've been saying over 250 for a while now. Are we sure it's not?
It's still accurate.
Are we sure it hasn't got to 300?
Even if it's over 250, that's 300 is still over 250.
Oh.
All right. So
my personal life. Take a sip of this, and that's what you're going to get right there.
So this smells like blueberry muffins, or like a berry muffin.
It does.
That's what I'm getting. So it's like yep.
Yeah, no. So with the honey in it, it tastes like pancakes.
Does it? Okay, I haven't tasted it yet.
It tastes like honey on blueberry pancakes.
Yep.
That tastes like honey on a pancake.
That That little bit of spice in the back, yeah.
Mhm.
That's
And it's like whipped cream on top
ooh,
with the vanilla.
ooh. I like breathing afterwards. The breathing afterwards is the best.
Oh, yeah, the
'Cause
breathing.
the vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so when did you put the vanilla in there? Fikin's loving this.
He really
When did
is.
you put the
This is
vanilla
so
in it?
good.
Like, was it vanilla beans or just vanilla flavoring?
Vanilla bean, and it was put in during secondary fermentation. So for anyone who doesn't know, just going to recap how this is done.
Go ahead. We'll
So
do drinking.
you start by boiling your water and honey and all of that, and you put it into your bucket with the yeast, and so that's your must. And you age that for anywhere from 4 weeks to whenever you remember that you have a bucket sitting around needing racked. So you rack that into a glass carboy. At that point, you've taken it off of the lees. The lees are all of the dead yeast and dropout of proteins, other things like that.
Mhm.
And once you put it into the glass carboy, you are now in secondary fermentation. Any flavors you put in at primary fermentation get really subdued, but they really make your base flavor line.
Right.
So any flavors you put in during secondary fermentation come to the front, but you still have to work with, what flavor did you get for the base meat itself. So.
Okay, you can see the comment. I'll leave it at that.
And yes, muffin batter can become pancakes.
Yeah.
I used to get the little 98-cent package of muffins mix that you just add milk to, and make pancakes with that all the time. Really good.
Yeah. No, so yeah, that was interesting. That was really again, I wouldn't see that one as a party one because because it's too dangerous one.
Oh yeah.
That did not taste. The other ones have tasted like alcohol, and I've gotten this is clearly alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
That one did not.
Yeah.
Because it smelled like cookies, and I just wanted to keep drinking it.
Yeah.
And
I always need that warm.
Yeah. Oh. Can you drink this warm, Viking?
Yes, you can.
Ooh.
Like cider,
Yeah.
like that.
Ooh.
Like,
that's a good plan.
Like hot chocolate, but
right. But
now,
yeah.
Before we move on, remember you were going to test something for me and mix a little bit of the vanilla and the lavender.
Oh yeah. Yep. All right. We'll do that. All right. All right. Why don't you put your glass a little closer?
I'm sorry.
Thank you, dear.
Are you having issues with?
All right. You want like half and half?
However you think is going to be good. You suggested it, and I really agreed that it sounded like a good experiment.
All right. There's the lavender. There's the kind of a pile of bottles on my feet. It's ridiculous.
I have a shower full of bottles.
You can see how much darker whenever you.
Oh yeah, that was crazy darker. I couldn't see it. Sorry about that. It was So yeah, the
lavender.
The lavender was super light in comparison to the vanilla. Hello.
Do you want to try one more? Yes.
Hold on.
The one we just had.
There you go.
The vanilla.
Our lovely offstage assistant's going to help us warm one.
Ooh,
right.
Some warm.
So this is the lavender and the vanilla together. So I'm excited.
Oh, it smells so good. It smells like lavender cookies.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so the lavender was super strong and the vanilla was super strong. They literally are fighting now. So they both mellow each other out, and that's a really interesting smell. Like, here, smell this. You smell it.
Yes. Would you like to smell? See?
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, he has all this at his house. He could be doing this with us.
Yeah, if we had planned ahead, I probably would have. But
you know, I don't plan things. I just don't.
Wow. Oh. That needs to be a thing.
So
the blackberry showed up more.
Yeah. So that's weird. The lavender and vanilla become the back notes, and the blackberry becomes the primary, and that's weird because that shouldn't be the case.
That shouldn't at all.
So that took both of those, which I would not have enjoyed as party mead, like just drinking casually, and turned them into casual.
Yeah.
Both of those were very specific uses, and it made it a casual drink now.
I'm gonna have to try some of that later.
You are. This is it. It's weird because you get blackberry and the honey first,
Right.
and then it's just followed by I had a bite of cookie.
Right. Yeah. It's like you're drinking standard blackberry mead and eating cookies. Eating a lavender cookie. That's bizarre, and I love it.
Yeah. So for me, it's honey, blackberry, lavender, vanilla.
Okay, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. Yeah,
no.
that's good.
Yeah, those two bottles might just be getting put into a different container.
We'll just drink them down to half. It's fine. And then
okay. Gotcha.
No, I don't think we need to go fetch the bottles just now.
Jenny's trying to get you drunk, Fechin. So I see. All right. We got two more. And then we'll.
We were recommended to do a strong.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're coffeeing.
Okay.
We've got elderberry and then the sage lemongrass left.
Julie, are you not a lavender fan?
That's yeah. Boo does not do lavender. Yeah, and like I said, ordinarily, like I like the smell of lavender, but I usually like the flavor of lavender and stuff.
Kimchi.
Yeah. I'm not sure what. I guess I'm not sure why Jeannie thought we were making kimchi. It's funny. Oh, hi Lori.
Hi
Welcome.
Lori.
That's my cousin.
That's your cousin.
It's my cousin.
Hello, cousin.
My cousin from another uncle, even.
Your cousin from another uncle?
Long story.
Okay.
She'll appreciate that when she hears it.
Lavender does not stink, but I get it. I had an ex who absolutely hated anything lavender. Like, I couldn't have my lotion in the bedroom. But
all right.
I am made of lavender.
Cool. All right, so we got elderberry and blackberry sage lemongrass. Which one's next, Fechin?
Blackberry sage lemongrass.
All right.
Let's stick with all the blackberries.
I chose well.
So a little bit of backstory on this. We were out at the melting pot with some friends.
Ooh.
Good place.
And they have a drink that is a blackberry sage lemonade.
Oh yeah, yes they do. You're absolutely correct. I've had that.
Is the goal.
Okay.
Where you're getting tart tones more heavily than the sweet tones. The sweetness just keeps it from being too tart. So that's the goal. And tell me how you think we executed.
So it smells super lemony.
It does,
it's like I see lemony like lemon zest, not like It doesn't smell like Pledge, which is the problem with a lot of things that are lemon flavored. They end up tasting like they smell like detergent or like Pledge.
No, this smells like, because I often have like green tea with honey and lemon, and that's what it smells like.
I like that. So it's a little hot. It's a little on the hot side. I say hot.
The alcohol's a little burny.
The alcoholics. It's a little burny. Not unpleasant, though. So if you enjoy a slightly a slightly hotter whiskey, like that, and that's a pleasant taste.
This is another one. Like you just sit and
that's super mellow.
These are late night, around the fire.
Things. Thank you, love. Oh look, hold on. I'll put them up. Coffee warmer. That fits, yes.
And some warm rice milk in case you wanted to visit, sir.
Oh, well, heck yeah, we do.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I have the best wife ever, by the way. We have the best wife ever. She's the best wife ever.
She's my girlfriend. I'm not married to her yet.
That's true. Okay, so sorry.
I said yeah.
Back to this. All right, so yeah, so that's that. The lemon is a stronger smell than is a flavor.
A different Lori is confused and thinks all their cousins.
Hi, Lori. No, the other Lori, we're not cousins. I mean, we might be cousins. Wait. All right, so we might be cousins. Other Lori, Lorie, Lori, because I have a lot of family across the state. I don't even know what state you're in though. So, but if your family's either preachers or bootleggers, then we might be related.
Okay, I need a little bit more of that one.
Okay.
Because I got a thing that it's tasting like, and I keep losing it.
So I actually really like that one. I didn't think I was going to. I really like that one. It's a little burning, which I don't mind because I drink whiskey generally, so that's a pleasant thing for me. I really like the sage in that, and that's a weird thing to say because I didn't think I was going to. Yeah. Being again, I have a culinary background, so I enjoy sage cooking wise. I've never had sage. I don't really enjoy sage in drinks. I really like that, and I think it's because of the honey lemon thing that balances the sage out enough that it sort of brings that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lori, we might be related then. Upper East Tennessee, yeah. I got so North Alabama, Lower Tennessee, like I got family all through that area. So yeah.
It does
we'll talk later.
Is it making your tongue tingle a bit?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In a pleasant way.
But
not
that's
an
also
unpleasant
I
way.
may be allergic to it, so because grass and plants and things. So who knows what I'm allergic to?
Yeah, because it is lemongrass, not lemon.
Yeah. It's nice. And
No,
I guess
that's
it's just
super pleasant.
it's the tongue.
Yeah.
My mouth is tingling a little, but I think that's just from like lemon zest, you know what that gets you. And
Well, the lemongrass and the sage both because they're plant matter, they may have plant matter reactions that are weird. You know,
I could also just be getting a little drunk, and a thing that I do is my mouth goes, my face goes numb when I drink. So, you know.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so Lori brings up a funny point. All right, so there's a funny story in my family about sage, and that my grandmother, my mama, or my mother's mother, would always put too much sage in her dressing. Except when it was my pawpaw tasting it, then it was not enough sage. The sage amount was never right, no matter what she did. It literally was a thing at Christmas or at Thanksgiving. It was always there's not enough sage. Now they both passed away a few years ago now, but now is our joke. Now, anytime dressing is made in our family, it is never the right amount of sage. One of us will pick a direction.
You know, I just thought about it.
Does not matter.
I have always been the sage tester in my family and things, but it's probably because of
your palate, yeah.
Because of my weird palate thing. Water, please.
Oh, sure.
And then we'll try the warm.
So Sifa brought us warmed blackberry vanilla and some warmed rice milk if we wanted to use it as a mixer. So we're going to try it
with and without cream.
Yeah, with and without cream. This will be fun.
And she brought it to us in like this nice little vessel, like.
She is.
And our warmed cream, like.
I'm a little concerned about the glasses, but hopefully they won't break.
See if it shatters.
Right. All right. So this is the blackberry vanilla warmed.
And it's just a little warm. It's not too warm. The smell, it did bring it out.
It changed. So it literally went from cookie dough to cooked cookies.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's what the smell changed with, and that's weird. I'm not a big fan. I don't like that. Like I'm mad about that, but it's funny.
Yeah, no, it did. Well, that's just pleasant.
Oh, really? I don't like it.
It's gonna be better with the cream.
Yeah. I will actually like it better.
It made it. Yeah, it brought out some underlying bitter that was there.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
And you not liking dark coffee.
Right. No cream in yours.
Oh, I was gonna add a little bit more.
Right. Yeah. So I'm not a big fan of that actually. It smelled better than it tasted actually. All right. So I hit it with a little cream. Let's see what that does. Oh, okay. That smells good.
Same. A little splash of cream.
Oh, it broke a little there. That's not good.
No, drink it quickly.
That's better.
Yeah.
Yep, that did. Okay.
It's good with cream.
So, yeah.
But because it's breaking some, you might want to do a powder cream.
Or
just whipped cream on top.
Yeah, I think something we would have to figure out what to do with it. But yeah, that's a pleasant thing. All right, so if you're gonna warm this, definitely warm it with some cream, some whipped cream in it. So we did ours with rice milk. That's what we being vegan, we have rice and oat milk in the house. The oat milk might do better, but it's thicker. But because it's thicker, but it's gonna kill the flavor though. The rice milk is neutral enough that it didn't kill the flavor.
It's really nice though, like.
Yeah. That's pleasant.
Okay, so you know how they have like those pre-mixed like vanilla cappuccino mixes?
Yes.
Adding the Mead warm to like that pre-mixed vanilla cappuccino.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Would be really nice. And yeah, no, it toned it down quite a bit, but it made it like, I'm just fascinated. Food science is weird.
It is. All right, I'll clean your glass out. You good?
Mm-hmm.
Get a little warm.
I am getting a bit tipsy. We are going through this much quicker than I thought we were going to.
We're at 45 minutes. We're doing good.
That's like 7 shots or 8, 9 shots in 45 minutes.
You said you want to play drinking games? Here. Roll the dice.
Okay.
I got paper.
I also got
we
paper.
All right. Damn it.
Paper again. Paper. Your dice are loaded. Scissors.
Rocks. I win.
Dang it.
Ah.
Okay. I'll drink my water.
I have Rochambeau dice, by the way. That's what we were doing. So.
I drank my water.
Good job. High five.
Thanks.
All right.
Is that how you drinking game?
It is. It is. You do
it
a
right?
shot wherever you got me. It works.
Okay.
All right. So our last mead, and then we'll discuss what's in the crazy bottle over there, is the elderberry.
I have been really excited about this one.
Okay. So a little bit of story on this one. It is actually based on a 1393 recipe.
Oh.
And I just shared a link in the chat to where you can look at the recipe.
Ooh.
It's a bochet. Really fast version of what a bochet is. You caramelize the honey. You brown the honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so it brings out a lot more complexities in the flavor. And you can see from the recipe that it has quite a bit of other flavors added in there to really.
Yeah, it is very dark. It's darker than even the vanilla blackberry was. And yes, my face does go quite pink when I drink. Are you not a fan?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
I'm enjoying the smell because it smells so good.
I will tell you this. It tastes exactly like it smells.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised by that. That was what my face was, actually. It's the first one that's tasted like it smelled.
Oh. So I've never had an elderberry.
Elderberry?
Elderberry.
Elderberry. Okay.
I'm definitely getting caramel.
Yeah.
And is there like cinnamon? Maybe not cinnamon. What is an elderberry?
All right. So an elderberry is a dark purple berry from the European elder tree. So the elder wand,
Oh, gotcha.
Elder tree.
That makes sense.
The berries are used to make medicine. Do not confuse elderberry with the American elder, elderflower, or dwarf elder.
I do feel like if I drank a lot of this, I definitely would think I could win every fight.
Yeah, it's like it is similar to looks like a blackberry or looks like a blueberry, but a darker blueberry essentially.
Yeah. How does it describe the flavoring of it? Because I've never had one before, and I feel like I'm.
Elderberry flavor. I'm just gonna Google it. Let's see. They're not overly sweet, but they have a super bright flavor and perfect earthy and tart balance. Sure.
Apples.
It makes them an excellent blending berry with sweeter fruits like apples and strawberry. They also blend well with tart fruit like blueberry, or blackberries, or mild flavored grapes.
Yeah. Where are you getting cinnamon or cardamom or?
Well, that's where I was going to go into.
Okay. You go ahead. Sorry.
Once you've done the honey, the other spices that you put in are basically mulling spices.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
everything makes
you're naming all the flavors that are meant to come out, and I'm just thrilled that you're catching them. And
no, I was lost. I was like, I need to know what berry I can go pick and taste like mulling spices because I need that. I need to grow that plant. So I am happy you said that, and I will stop racking my brain and stop being quite so confused because I like it a lot. And I would want to pour this into some good hot cider.
I can see that, yeah.
I would add this to some cider.
Which, it makes sense. You like doing apple cider because that's what elderberry pairs with. I can see that, and then as your honey and your mulling spice, I can see that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. This would also. I no longer eat meat, but this would go well on. I could see you cooking this on beef or something.
Probably actually pork would be better.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it because the beef would be too much for it.
One of my favorite uses for it is bake some apples in that.
Oh.
Okay. Yep.
Mix in some oatmeal and basically make yourself a crumble.
So we're making some apples later? That's what I said?
Yep.
Okay.
We have apples.
We have apples and we have oatmeal. That's happening. That's
It really nicely.
That sounds good. Because it does. It gives you the same apple cider thing, but a different variation of that same flavor. So I like that. Yeah, that's the first time I've had elderberries that I'm aware of. I'm sure I've had them probably before, but
Oh,
I
that
don't
one.
remember having
I
them.
think, okay. Now, before we move on to the pirate punch,
Right.
which one was your favorite?
That's what I was just considering that actually.
Okay.
All right, so
Or if you needed to rank them from.
Yeah, so my top three are definitely are the Witch's Brew, the Sage Lemongrass, and the Elderberry. They're my top three. I think the Witch's Brew, I like the flavor and the feel of it out of all of them. Sure, I like the way it feels. The Sage Lemongrass is probably the one I was most surprised by. So I like it the most right now. I may not like it the most long term.
Yeah, I liked the sage lemongrass, but I don't think it was one of my favorites. I enjoyed the tingling mouth thing, but I'm currently not sure if that's an allergy thing or not.
Right, which see, being someone who's allergic to
weird.
coffee, and I have that tingle on a regular basis, and I just deal with it. I'm okay with it.
My favorite is by far the elderberry, the one we just had, and let's see, my other ones. What were the other ones I liked? Oh, honeysuckle.
Yeah.
Honeysuckle would be my next favorite, followed by the blackberry vanilla. Or the lavender. The blackberry lavender.
Yeah.
Those are my top three.
And I think all of them one, I would not turn down a bottle of any of these. If these were offered, sure, I'd take a bottle of any one of these, like I did. But all of them have their purposes, I think, and that's really interesting. So a lot of people that I know make mead make it just for drinking. It's not really, there's never a purpose behind them. So I appreciate that all of these sort of have a niche that they fill. That's kind of a cool thing. So well done on that, Fechin.
Thank you.
Good job.
All right. So apparently elderberry is good for the immune system too. So.
It is. I know they make like elderberry syrup and things like that that you can have for a cough.
All right. So
these feel like a bit silly glasses for drinking pirate punch.
Oh no, we're drinking pirate punch out of these.
Okay.
This
are dainty little glasses.
Yep. All right. So hand me the bottle and the general. All right. So that officially ends the mead tasting. Fechin, tell us about this pirate punch you've shared this with me before, but I want the viewers to hear the story of this pirate punch.
Okay, so this actually has some fun background, and I lived in Texas for years, and at the Texas Renaissance Festival, there is a drink that goes around known as Loki. Loki is simple syrup and vodka or Everclear, and there are competitions to make basically your cordial making with different flavors in that. Now, I wanted to try something a little bit different because most of them just use water, sugar. Well, this is made with the actual fruit. It's called Pirate Punch because it uses lemons, limes, and oranges. Now, this originally started when I made limoncello, tried a limoncello and an orangecello, had some left over, mixed it in a glass, and went, this is better than any one of these could be on its own. And I started making it that way. Now, I call it Pirate Punch because it has everything a pirate needs to survive.
To fight scurvy, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. It doesn't exist anymore.
That is funny.
Yep.
So
it
the
is
color.
just green enough.
Yeah. It's a very dark yellow.
Yeah. Here, do.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Color-wise, since it's not showing up there, it is about the color of mellow yellow.
Oh, yes.
And what I recommended for them, because it really brings it out, is to get a really sharp ginger ale.
So we went with Reed's Extra Ginger Beer.
Yeah.
It was the strongest thing we could find, so. Because luckily, I went to the store yesterday and remembered we needed it.
That's true, she did. And so I'm gonna be very careful with this because of my tiny stomach, I don't do carbonation well. So I do have some in here just because I feel like I should drink it as it's intended. So, I also noticed this poured out a lot thicker than the other things we've been drinking. It was very much a viscous liquid.
Yes. And it smells like all of the things you described.
Mm. Oh, that's dangerous.
That tastes like you could easily give that to small children and they wouldn't know a difference.
There,
Oh, my goodness.
I give this one out. I give repeated warnings in starting with, hey, just so you know, it's 20% alcohol. No, really.
No, okay. So
Understand. No, really.
Y'all just
okay. That is the okay. So
all right. Here's mine.
No, please go ahead.
Have you ever had lemon pound cake?
Yeah.
You know the stuff. You know whenever you have good lemon pound cake and it has that crust where the syrup and everything has just formed. That is this.
Yeah.
This tastes like the best part of lemon pound cake.
So I was gonna go when like you're making lemonade, but you haven't put the water in yet. So it's just the lemons and the sugar and like that. That's it is. Except also like orangeade and limeade, but like so like all three of those together.
And this is made by we zest all the fruit, we put the zest in the Everclear and let it pull out all those oils.
Right.
We then put the fruit in one of our brew buckets and we add layers of sugar. We're letting the sugar dehydrate the fruit, which turns it into that simple syrup, and that's where you're coming from with that. And you add just enough water to actually get it to a full syrup so that all the sugar is suspended.
Wow. It is.
After that, when you mix back in the alcohol,
that is dangerous. Oh.
Yeah. So I think Jenny posted a video actually in the events or in the comments here of them making this. So go check that out if you're interested and want to know more about the process. Because I remember watching this being made, so it was kind of cool getting to taste it now. Yeah, that's dangerous, dude. I like that. Yeah. I'm glad I have one bottle of that.
You can very much just to get the same flavor, take your ginger beer, open it, let it go flat, because the carbonation is nice, but it's not so critical as that bite from the ginger.
It did it. Okay. So I poured out of the glass. It was like I did half ginger beer, half punch. So the carbonation was dead enough, and this is not super carbonated anyways because it's like it's bubbly but not terrible. So
okay,
they couldn't see that at all because it's clear.
Well, anyways, there are bubbles there. That's funny. There are bubbles there. I swear. I'm gonna try it by itself because I do want to see the difference. You want to try it by itself?
I either need a nap or we need to go out partying. One of the two needs to happen after this.
All right.
Try it undiluted.
That's great.
Yeah, no, it needs the ginger.
It does.
You're absolutely correct. It needs that.
It's nice, but yeah.
It's too sweet, actually, is the thing.
It is.
Yeah. You could get by with any standard Sprite or something like that.
Yeah.
And that would do it. But what really sets it off because of that sweetness is the ginger, because that cuts through. And that's why I said you wanted one with a real burn, because by the time you get there, even with that ginger beer, you're not going to have near the burn because it has to cut through that sweetness.
Right.
Yeah. Sprite actually has a new ginger Sprite.
Yeah, that's what I love using.
That is quite tasty.
Yeah, that would be good. Based on the smell of it would be good in this too. Yeah, that's the that's the tasty meat. That's good.
Yeah, that time my ratio to the ginger beer was a bit higher than the.
Yeah. So it almost becomes a flavoring for the ginger beer, which I like. So instead of using it as the primary, use it as secondary, and it does a really cool thing too.
It does, and you can even use alcoholic ginger beer and have a real good time.
That's true. Just add more alcohol to your alcohol.
Oh, and just for the record, for the people watching at home, 19%.
Gotcha.
19.
That's that's just enough apparently. All right.
I'm quite tipsy.
Anybody
want to ask us a question while we're a bit inebriated?
So,
Anybody have anything they want to know about us, about us in the SCA, outside of the SCA.
We will happily make Fike an answer too.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Ask
bye,
Fike a
Jeannie.
question. Bye, Jeannie.
so I do have a few meads in the works that I want to tell you all.
Nice.
Yeah, tell us about them.
So we have Irish coffee mead.
Ooh.
It is, we made cold brew coffee into mead, and it is currently aging with oak whiskey barrel chips.
Mm.
So it's going to have that complexity of your Irish coffee.
Mm-hmm.
We have another one that is with, I believe it's oak cognac barrel chips.
Ooh.
Then we have a dark brew coffee and a light brew coffee that are just coffee.
Okay.
Came about because we had extra from when we were putting things in carboys, and we went, rather than waste it, let's save it because plain coffee mead is worth having some of too.
Well, well, that's breakfast.
Yeah, that's right. You have breakfast. You have coffee, mead at night, mead in the morning. It works out.
Well, no. So you have a glass of your coffee mead, and then a glass of your blackberry vanilla mead, and you have your coffee and your muffin, and you're good to go.
Well, except you also need some orange juice to
well,
make.
Obviously, so you have your pirate punch.
Well, we have blood orange mead going.
Oh yes, you keep teasing me with it.
So our first blood orange mead is made from, literally blood oranges, orange blossom honey, water, yeast. And so that one is going to be intensely orange, blood orange. And it is a lovely shade. The other one we have is a blood orange mead that has chai.
Ooh.
It's going to be blood orange chai. And so we have both of those going. And then
he's counting through all the shelf over there.
Well, I'm going through the list of what what we have planned for the remainder. We have gingerbread mead.
Ooh.
Okay.
Old world gingerbread, so it's very ginger heavy. It's that very spice. Fun one on this. We actually got long pepper.
I saw you mention something about that on Facebook the other day. I was curious what you were doing.
Long pepper is what is an Indian spice, and it's actually what was being imported in period for us. It was much more common than black pepper that people use. Long pepper is a little bit sweeter, and it has a more lingering spice to it. It's kind of interesting.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
So we have that. We're also looking at blackcurrant hibiscus.
Ooh.
Okay. Not looking forward to that one. That sounds terrible, but I'll try.
I think it sounds nice.
Hibiscus. You're either going to love it or you're
right. No, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of currants in general, and I'm not a big fan of flowery. So those two things together sound terrible for me.
I've had hibiscus before and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I have not. I think I like the idea of hibiscus and the smell, but because the flavor never becomes anything but super flowery.
Yeah,
it tastes like I'm eating potpourri. Every hibiscus I've ever had. Now, granted, I thought that about some of these too, so I'm interested to see what he does with it.
Okay, so let's see how well this goes. So here is your standard black pepper, which, just for anyone who isn't familiar with what your black pepper peppercorns look like, now we have it. Meanwhile, we have our Indian long pepper. So,
it describes them like they're closer to the size of,
it's
a flower spike.
Yeah, and unlike normal pepper, which makes you get that sneezing feel if you breathe it in. You breathe this in, and you get some of the that spice, but you don't get the sneezing feel so much as like a sweetness on the back end. It's really interesting. So
I wanted to ask you if I can smell it, but you're far away, not just right in front of me.
Here, just a second.
Stop
Hold on.
moving. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yes.
Nice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
You're ridiculous.
Only a little.
Right. Cool. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, it's definitely. So what's your time frame? What's our next tasting?
Okay. We are probably looking at Christmas time on most of the ones that we have going right now at the soonest.
Okay. Gingerbread at Christmas makes sense.
I like it. Yeah.
Oh no, gingerbread's even further out. We haven't even pitched the yeast on that one.
Oh,
I
okay.
just made the syrup to mix with the honey to do that.
Gotcha.
And I made like 5 gallons of syrup. So,
Nice.
All right. There you go.
So, our next Thirsty Thursday,
Yeah.
probably
So
not next week. Could
Yeah.
be.
couple weeks out, we're going to do another. We did get some commercial mead as well from Fechin. Something he had ordered in bulk. So we're going to do a tasting on that. If anybody out there has mead they want us to taste or has other alcohols they want to suggest for us to taste, we will happily do that.
So these are the kind of things you will be seeing in Kisa's Corner versus Calbarter's Corner.
I'm educational. She's an alcoholic.
I wasn't going to just say alcohol. We will be doing things probably alternating Thirsty Thursday with a Tasty Thursday
Oh,
occasionally.
there you go. Yeah.
Well, I will be trying out some medieval recipes and maybe even doing some crazy things to those kinds of recipes and whatnot. So anything weird and silly, that's happening in my corner.
Yep. All right. I think we've taken up enough of everybody's time tonight.
You think so?
Yep. Think you can do a sign off? You want me to do it?
Oh, no, I cannot.
Okay. All right. So thank you all for coming. Fechin, appreciate you for joining us, especially at the last minute there.
Yes.
This has been Fechin and Kisa in Kisa's Corner.
In Kisa's Corner.
Night, everybody.